Hello, everybody out there in Collinsville Wrestling Land. I'm Jim Riley. I'm here with Tommy Redding. We are here waiting on the Collinsville Skytook wrestling match. We're over here at Skytook's nice arena, waiting for the teams to take the mat. It's been a while since we've been on air with the wrestling team. We haven't had a lot of home wrestling matches, so we had to go. This is almost like home. It's an away match, but it's almost like home. But we're waiting right now. Both teams are in the locker room getting their last pep talks and all that from the coaches. And here come the Cardinals lingering out, kind of with the swagger of a three-time state championship team, right?
Dual state and individual state.
Yeah.
Hello, Cardinal Nation. Like to tell everybody that our junior high just finished competing against the Bulldogs, and they put it on them as usual, 47-24. Had some really exciting matches, and proud of our J High kids. And they went to Tulsa Nationals. Some of them did last weekend. Is that right, Coach?
Yeah.
With their coach is John Benham, who's does an outstanding job with our young kids.
I really can't tell you much about Skytook, Coach. I know they had one guy win the Jinx tournament at 195 pounds, Bo Wooden. That says something. You go to that tournament and win it, but as a team, I don't have a feel for how strong they are, because we're kind of in a different. We duel them, but we don't wrestle any tournaments that they're in. Of course, we don't wrestle very many tournaments that very many teams from Oklahoma are in.
No, Wes does a great job taking our kids to places like Gary. That's the oldest tournament in Oklahoma, I believe. Is it not, Coach?
Right.
100 year. Was this the 100th year?
Yes.
Of the tournament? And
that's close enough.
And they went to Kansas City to the Bobcat Classic. Did outstanding up there. Placed several kids. Plus, we had in some preseason, he took some kids to the East Coast. Did he not, Coach? And
yeah, a few of them went up there, did well, won some matches.
So our kids get a lot of exposure throughout the country, and it shows with Gary Wade Harding has signed with OSU.
Yeah,
and without the exposure that he's gotten and the success, but the exposure with the caliber of people he's defeated, it's certainly helped him to land that scholarship at OSU.
Well, we're going to do. It looks like we're doing the national anthem, so we're going to go quiet here for.
Once again, we would like to welcome everyone to the Skytook Activity Center for tonight's high school duel between Collinsville Cardinals.
We're doing the lineups right now of of the PA system's doing that, so I'm not going to try to do it over him.
For Collinsville, Nate Kime.
Nate Kime is a freshman doing real well, placed in all the tournaments he's been at.
His dad also heads up our elementary program.
That's
Does an
right.
outstanding job there.
Christian Moody's a state champion from last year.
Been ill,
Yeah.
just getting over the flu.
Well, they're just now getting their whole lineup back. Jacob Finley, state runner-up, is going to receive a bye.
For Collinsville,
Justin Walker,
The little stud.
yeah. See a freshman also, Coach?
Sophomore.
Or is he sophomore.
Dakota Magara. He will receive a forfeit.
Boy, it looks like the Skytooks lineup's a little thin, too.
Gary Wayne Hardy. Skytooth, Gavin Pilgrim.
Gary Wayne, our three-time state champion, going for his fourth state championship. Will Stelson, who usually follows him up, is out of the lineup with a hamstring pull.
For Skytooth, Billy Bynes.
White just got over the flu also.
At
Right.
160 for Collinsville, either Josh Arnold or Corey Cash.
Josh Arnold and Corey Cash at 160 for the Cardinals.
Josh, starting linebacker for the Cardinals this last year in football.
Skytooth,
Grew up.
Yes, he did.
At 182 for Collinsville, Rock Robbins. For Skytooth, John Sanchez.
Another sophomore that's
Linebacker.
starting linebacker. Outstanding young man.
At 220 for Skytooth, either Cody Evans or Cody Lurch will receive a forfeit. And at 285 for Collinsville, Jake Douglas. For Skytooth, Gavin Hall.
Another,
Jake Douglas placed third at the Bobcat
yes, he did.
last weekend, which was an outstanding. He's another one that grew up on the football field this year.
Yes, he did.
You know, starting offensive lineman and all that confidence that he gained out there has really showed up on the wrestling mat. Of course, he's a junior, and he's been a part of this team the last 2 years.
Comes from a great bloodline, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think it was his uncle that was a state champion at Collinsville. So we're going to start off at 106 pounds. Looks like Nate Kime is going to wrestle Matt Schnellenberg.
For Collinsville, Nate Kime. For Skytooth, Matt Snorenberg.
Snorenberg. I kind of butchered that. Like I said, I know that that Nate has placed in every tournament he's been at this year.
He's having an outstanding year for a
Yes,
freshman.
he is. There's a good chance that he can place high at the state wrestling tournament.
I believe he will. Following in his dad's footsteps. His
Yeah.
dad was an outstanding wrestler. He's a national champion.
Yeah, UCO. In the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I remember I was coaching in Bartlesville when he was wrestling for Owasso, and I saw some really doozy matches in the finals with him and various wrestlers throughout the state.
Great takedown.
Yeah, yep. I started to say it, but the volume was off right after the national anthem. Being in this gym and wrestling reminds me of 4 years ago when we were over here and upset Claremore for the
Yes.
first dual state championship. We thought we were going to be good, and we thought we could win the state tournament that year. The team, Claremore, who had won several state championships before that, they were up in 5A or 6A in the state tournament, team state tournament, but still had last year at dual state. And we got a fortunate pin by Zach Abkemeyer, pinned one of their really good wrestlers, and 12-point swing, and we ended up winning kind of a year earlier, probably.
Got
than
things
we
going
thought.
for us, didn't it?
Yes. These guys are just filling one another out right now. There was a close takedown. That's two right there. Nate Kime with the takedown. He's hooked inside. We call this a side-by-side. He's behind both elbows, and his opponent's weight is on his hands, and he's got the takedown. Go back to the middle. You know, this year we haven't had our best team on the mat one time yet. The same thing
Injuries,
happened last
illnesses.
year. Yeah.
You know, Wilt Stelson was out early.
Oh, yeah.
When they went to the East Coast, he came down with some kind
Some
of.
stomach virus
Yeah.
that put him out.
He was in the
lost a
hospital.
month. Yeah.
In the hospital
Yeah.
out there, and lost a month. And Now he's got the pulled hamstring.
I just hope that he could get back because it would just be a shame. He's another one, 3-time state champion, going for his 4th one. It would just be a shame that a kid like Will Stelson doesn't get an opportunity to at least win that 4th one. And he's the best wrestler in his weight class in 5A. And,
By far.
and it's just a shame. I just pray and hope that he gets back where he could, have a shot. A little bit of a scramble going on here.
Yeah.
Looks like an
May
exposure. He's holding
stalemate.
up 2 points.
May end up as a stalemate.
I didn't see that too, Coach. He just
Did he give him
gave
two?
him 2
Wow,
points.
I didn't see that.
They were flopping around.
Yeah.
We'll take it though.
You betcha.
Pretty good little crowd of Collinsville students showed up over
Cardinal Nation showed
here.
up tonight.
Yeah.
Twice
They
as
must
many
think
here.
they're going to get on TV.
Twice as many here as Sky Took fans.
Well, they're looking up here like they want to be on TV.
Oh, we need to get them up here. Here we go.
Oh, we got him in that Collinsville cradle. Everybody knows. Everybody in Collinsville can do this cradle, by gosh. And I'm telling you. Fall.
Yes.
Nate Kime
Good job, Nate.
with 37 seconds in the first period, or second period. Left with the fall. And Cardinals go up 6-0.
113 for Collinsville, Christian Moody, Sky 2, Tyler Lewis.
113 pounds now will match. Oh my gosh, he does the front headlock cradle. He's got him on his back already. Tyler Lewis from Skytook is all right. Oh, it's the fall.
I hope
in
Christian's
12
weight's good.
seconds.
Hope his weight is okay for tomorrow.
12
Good
seconds.
job,
of the
Christian.
fall. But Christian Moody is nationally ranked.
He's a Tulsa World Wrestler of the Week, was he not?
Yes. Jacob Finley for Collinsville receives a forfeit. So with bang, the Cardinals are up 18-0. Got Justin Walker coming up,
Sophomore.
against Chandler Delk. That's a Skytook Sperry Collinsville name, isn't it? Delk.
Yes.
I think there's been several of them wrestle at all 3 of those schools. I can tell he's a Delk. I can look at the way he walks.
The wide stance.
He's got a bow-legged, just the same look. I've been watching Delk wrestlers for 30 years here. Oh, snap down tough. That's one thing about these Collinsville wrestlers, man. They don't ever touch you real soft, which is a good thing.
He's going for that inside
going for
cradle.
the cradle. Head in the side, always going for what they call a super cradle. If he can get that other leg back, and he can scoop that, where his opponent's leg comes up on his hip right there. Oh, there it is. He's going to walk. This guy's
Take your
pretty
time.
limber.
Take your time. Got a minute to go in the first period.
I'm telling you, when he gets everywhere, this is hard to.
Well, we got 2. Did we get 2 out of that so far?
I saw a count, but I don't see. He's not saving it, so. This is kind of funny. He probably needs to back out and get his head in the side. They call this the head in the side cradle, but then when you go back and scoop that leg like this, it's called the super cradle. But because his back's on his back, it's just tough to get him over there. He's going to adjust
Cover.
here. But that's not a bad place to kind of be having trouble is with the other guy on his back. So he ditched that and going to work on something. He didn't get 2 points out of
No.
it.
But it took a lot of energy out of that. Out of
yeah.
Delk, didn't it? Being on his hip like that.
Last few seconds of the first period at 126 pounds. Collinsville already leading 18-0 with 2 falls and a forfeit. Got another forfeit coming at 132, and that'll be it for us getting forwards. But we're going to give them a couple up at 195 and 220. Like I see, it just seems tougher and tougher to field 14.
How do you feel about that, Coach? I mean, the federation increased the number of weights in the last few years. Is that good for the sport? Or?
I don't know. I'm always about inclusion. I'd like to create opportunities for people to participate. You know what I mean? And the thing was, it went from 190 pounds to heavyweight. So there was this big discrepancy between the last, there was 90 pounds between the last two weights. And so they added 220. And most of your kids are in between 120 and 160. And so that's where most of the weights are. I don't know. I mean, it just seems tough. It is getting tougher and tougher to field all 14 weights at your big schools.
All of them, yes. What's the elbow?
I mean, my years at Bartlesville, I don't know if I ever had a full team. And, it's one of the bigger schools in the state, the 10th biggest at that time. This guy, he's got a cradle of his own.
There you go.
He's about to get Walker in a cradle of his own. He's got to control. He did. He
tied it up.
Walker needs to not want to lay around down there. That's not a good place to stall. He's got that cradle on him again. You just stop that cradle by controlling that wrist that comes across your face. You just grab that wrist. He's
trying to come out the back door.
Yeah. You just recognize all these situations in wrestling, but Collinsville is they're just good at every situation. You can't really put them in a situation that they're not, and it shows that they've drilled that situation.
Yes.
They've worked on that situation. But it seems like they don't ever get in a place where they don't feel comfortable.
Now, I thought we didn't get two out of that.
No,
we never got the reverse.
No, never. That other kid never lost control.
Lost the leg.
There's Christian Moody over there running back and forth into that tunnel. He's got some. He could have wrestled a little longer. He only wrestled 12 seconds.
Our wrestlers go to the Yukon tournament tomorrow. There'll be a lot of large schools there, and
a tournament they won, I might add,
last year.
Well, he's going to have to ride this guy out, turn him. Come on. He's lace it right there.
There we go. Right, threat.
It's 2-2. He can. Let's get something on him, turn him over, get this win. He's got a little tight waist chicken wing on this kid, and it's tough. Well, he's let go of the tight waist. He's got a bar arm chicken wing.
There we go.
Oh,
he's
come on. He did. He took the turn, and he's got him on his back. He's counting. He's got the 5 count, or has he met?
I think he
got out of criteria. He's saving 3 over there.
Yes, I think
on
so.
that left hand. So
he needs.
He's smart
40
here.
seconds.
He still has the pinhold on him, so referee was not going to give the back points until he gets.
Give it up. There you go.
So now he's got the 3. He's had 5-2. So he's probably going to win this match, and that'll put the Cardinals up 21-0. This is a really nice arena. It's kind of big, hard to fill it up. People are sitting all over this place. Justin Walker with a 5-2 win.
I really enjoy that a smaller arena with the fans are packed in there, and the noise level is so much better.
Well, that's one of the reasons that we've decided to do what we've done at our place. Here's Dakota McGar getting a forfeit at 132. Bounces the score to 27-0.
Dakota's a move-in from Missouri.
Well, Dakota's actually ours. He was here
and left.
junior high and went there for a couple of years, and now he's back home. Here's Gary Wayne Harding. Got this kid already taken down.
Boy, he's on.
He's intense.
Golly. I'm glad I don't have to wrestle Gary Wayne.
He's wrestled Gavin Pilgrim. You know, and I can remember what it was like coaching a team when one of our guys had to go against a guy like Gary Wayne. I remember one of my guys had to wrestle Chesbro, the four-time state champion from Stillwater. And, boy, those guys were ragged on him all year or all week. Unless he was just a mediocre wrestler and going to go have to. But he didn't back down from him. He really wrestled him tough. And this kid's wrestled Gary Wayne tough. But, you know, sometimes tough is
not good enough. I grew up in Sapulpa. We had a wrestler that reminds me of Gary Wayne's every time. Danny Q, state champion, 106-pounder. He was 115. Golly, he was tough.
I think he was a three-timer, wasn't he? Did he win that many?
No, I don't believe so.
I was saying earlier about our arena. You know, we just passed a bond issue, and we're going to do some things to our gym.
I'd like to thank all the fans for passing that.
Oh, yeah.
People of Collinsville.
Oh, yeah. 84 to 85%. That's a
great job.
That's a resounding yes.
Terry Dew and his staff did an outstanding job putting that together.
But we decided not to build a big gym like this. We decided to kind of keep our environment. Gary Wayne's got the guy on his back right now with this little tight waist chicken wing tilt that he does so well. Now he's got kind of what they call a ball and chain, and he rolls through always. Well, you can see his freestyle experience showing right there. Now he's going to a bar arm chicken wing with legs. First period.
Gary needs to wrestle. He needs to wrestle as much of this match as he can.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, you know, Gary Wayne and that group, those Will Stelson and those guys, they have never shied away from competition. They go all over the place to wrestle the best. I mean, that's last year the state tournament was the easiest tournament we were in all year. Put 9 in the finals. And it showed where we had been all year showed at the state tournament.
You know, when you have an athlete in wrestling that's dominant like Gary Wayne and Will, they so many times they don't get to complete a match. They pin their opponent. And I think, you know, conditioning, to have match shape, you've got to wrestle in competition for 6 minutes, because when you get to the state tournament, there's going to be good people there that's going to make you wrestle that.
Yep. Well, you know, all of a sudden, it's 9-0. Gary Wayne's the leader, so he's got some blood time here. And there's Mackenzie Lawfer there, a little mat maid that kind of takes care of all these type of things. There's Coach Harding and Coach Henry there taking care of that.
Coach, I'd like to wish a happy 83rd birthday to my mother.
Your mother? You think she's listening?
No. But maybe somebody
you
is.
just want somebody to tell your mother that he gave you. Well, you're a good boy. 83. My mother will be 82 her next birthday. And I'll tell her happy birthday, and hopefully on air. I'll get some brownie points. 11-0. Boy, he just has 1,000 ways to tilt a kid. Now there he goes. He's going for that cradle. Look at that. Look at him driving for that cradle. He's got it on him. It's the old Collinsville cradle. Golly, he's going to tech fall this kid.
Yes.
If he doesn't pin him. Fall. My. going to be 14-0. Then the fall. So Gary Wayne pins Gavin Pilgrim. And that runs the score 27-0.
And 145, Hunter Nose.
You were saying about
gets a forfeit. That's their first points they're going to score. 33-6.
152, Collinsville, Wyatt.
What were you saying?
Jordan for Sky 2, Billy Vine.
Wyatt. Hope the flu hasn't affected his shape too much. Sure.
Well, you know, Wyatt was third in the state at 119 2 years ago. Last year, he took the year off. You know, it's tough to make our team.
Yes.
He was going to have to pull a bunch of weight or wrestle real big. And he comes back at 152 pounds.
Nice. This is nice.
He's big enough for it. Hopefully he can get back in condition, get in shape, and get into that form that put him in the consolation finals in state tournament as a freshman.
Coach, have they decided on a site for regionals yet?
Yeah, we're going to go to Tahlequah for regionals. Our dual state tournament is going to be Yukon. It's going to be a one-day event again this year. They've just moved that to a one-day event. They can do everything in one day, and it really is easier on the teams just to
Easier
go
on
for
the
one
wrestlers,
day.
yes.
Yeah, just make one way in and wrestle all day. They only have to wrestle 3 matches anyway. So this is Billy Binion from Skytug. Wyatt's already ahead 5-0. He got the takedown and then a near fall. Oh. That may have chopped his head plumb off the head. Connected.
I like this. I like that kind of.
Well,
wrestling.
that's where that all starts right there with that cross-face cradle that the Cardinals use. It's kind of if we go to a tournament and I'm through the course of 2 days, you're going to look down there and see every Cardinal's going to have somebody in the cradle. Because there's just so many other things to do from that, and that's where they start. They start with that power crossface. You get that arm, and they bend the leg and break their backs, then they're on their way. Uh-oh, we're getting police tape put up all around here. We've got a crime scene going on.
Mr. Hubbard taking care of us.
You know, you people that are home, all you people at home that are listening.
Just because it's 10 degrees outside.
Yeah. But this thing wouldn't happen. We couldn't pull this off if it wasn't for Kim Myers and her crew that have dedicated themselves to bringing all this to you. They bring football games, basketball games, wrestling. They did volleyball. They did some softball this year. She has a class, and she's teaching these kids some of the skills it takes to produce and direct and film. That would be the production of basically television. So it's really good. So, and she nobody out there knows that she runs this thing. So, I want to just give her some kudos.
Well, she does a great job with our kids, not only with Cardinal TV, but with a program we have called The Situation. And, it's a great experience for our kids that,
you're supposed to put those on. He's vapor locking. He doesn't know how to operate his phone.
Coach Davison, I think, is watching us right now.
Did he just call you?
Yes. That rascal.
So he's pulling the trick we always pull in
the faculty meetings. And by the way, Mr. Coleman asked us to pass the word. The faculty meeting in the morning has been postponed.
You know they're all watching, so they'll hear that. Wyatt in on a good single leg. Finish this out. He's ahead 6-0 right now. He steps in here for a double leg and trips. Davison's not watching this, but he got you, didn't he?
Well, he might be.
That makes
What
it
else?
even
What
funnier.
else is there to do?
I can just see him
On Thursday night.
laughing. I'm laughing with you, bud.
Yeah, I tell you what. Yeah, for those that stayed home, because it's cold outside. There's no excuse.
Yeah, it's just 10 minutes down the road. Well, all these Cardinal fans over here, look at them. A lot of them are baseball players,
Yes.
football players, and their girlfriends. That's good. They came over here.
Yes, it is.
They could
A
be at
great
home
student.
watching junior high basketball, but
Yes.
they came.
Paid their $2 to Collinsville Athletics. We got to pay bills, don't we?
Yes. Hope Wyatt, this will do him good to get us 3-minute match under his belt before he goes to that tournament tomorrow. But you know, I one thing I've always said about Shape, you know, you got to wrestle some matches to get in that third period situation.
Boy, you do.
But I'll tell you what, a tough guy can go. When it's the match is on the line, the tough guys can still go. And I believe that. And we got a bunch of tough guys. That's for sure.
Yes, we do.
Let's see. This is 152 pounds. Score 33-6. Collinsville.
You know,
Wyatt Jordan is ahead 6-0.
speaking of tough guys, if you go to our wrestling room and observe a workout,
Oh.
Wes and Coach Henry and Coach Benham do an outstanding job of making those kids, encouraging those kids to work and do their very best in practice every day.
Yeah. Yeah, you're exactly right. There's
Great structure in it.
a certain mentality in that room that, you know, just flows and exudes from every. Is that a word? Yeah, I think.
Well, it
I
is
made
today.
up.
It is today.
From every kid, you know, and it's contagious, and everyone wants to be a part of it, and they feel a responsibility of what they're representing, and it just grows and it just grows and it just grows. There's a timeout right now. Someone bled. Got it on the mat. So there's some cleanup now. Now, see, those girls do it right. They put their gloves on, and they kind of take care of it like it's supposed to under the manual, the bloodborne pathogen manual says. We go to class
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do that.
Take a test.
We're at Skytook in a wrestling match. Collinsville's ahead 33-6. The 152-pound match on a chilly, chilly night. Was it 10 degrees when you came in?
9, I think.
Holy moly.
The 48 states, the lower 48 states today, all were below freezing. We're 32 degrees.
Florida even?
Even in Florida.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
Reported.
It's going to make my orange juice go up.
Good
Wyatt,
job,
oh,
Wyatt.
got
Good
him on
job.
his back. He got
Good.
the fall.
Outstanding.
Man, he was just going with the cheap tilt, and that kid tried to roll through and got stuck, and Wyatt just stuck in double grapevines and ended up pinning him. So there's 6 more. It's 39-6. After a 152-pound match, that kid from Skytook didn't like that
Here at
much.
160, we got Josh Arnold.
Josh Arnold.
He's pulled quite a bit of weight.
160 for Collinsville. Josh Arnold for Skytook. Kyle McLaughlin.
Coach, he has matured so much.
Oh, yeah.
Physically, mentally,
Oh, yeah.
in the last few months. You know, football.
You know, football and wrestling is the best combination for linebackers and down linemen, you know.
Yes.
Skill people is probably basketball, football.
Who's this kid he's wrestling?
His name's Kyle McLaughlin. And Josh is just...
He looks like an older kid. He looks.
Yeah. But these are the kind Josh will flip on their back. He needs to be ready for that double leg. now.
Go take him down. That's the way. That's how you prevent that. You take him down. There. Oh,
There's a
finish it,
double leg of
finish
his
it.
own. Josh
get a little
was in
bit-
on a double leg. The kid sprawled, blocked it.
A little lower, a little more penetration. Well, our basketball team plays.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
McLaughlin has got Arnold on his back with a double leg takedown, half Nelson,
He's
and
strong.
counting 3. Josh is about to work back out of. Oh, but he come into it. You put your pants.
Come on.
You got to
him
get
down.
some change. What were you saying about the basketball before that?
Well, I was just going to let you.
Josh is out
Our basketball teams are at Pryor
in the prior tournament.
and this week, and our girls play Saturday.
They both play Saturday. The girls play at 1:15. They're going to be playing for 5th and 6th. They run into a couple of buzzsaws over there. Adair and Locust Grove, and man, they put it on us. And the boys, they played Locust Grove the first night and got beat, but then they played Adair the next night and won
Yes.
in overtime, and so they're going to play at 5:45. Girls play at 1:15 over at Pryor for 5th and 6th, and the boys play at 5:45 for 3rd and 4th. And you know, our basketball teams are, you know, got it going on.
Our junior high's competing tonight.
Yeah, they're playing over there in the middle school and the high school gyms right now, playing Bishop Kelly. But right now we're in Skytook. Josh Arnold is behind 5-1. McLaughlin keeps acting like something's wrong with his shoulder.
You're a strong-looking kid.
Yeah. I want Josh to kind of get in a little headlock situation with this guy and see. Because, you know, every wrestler's got some things they do well. And Josh doesn't do bad when he's kind of up there. A guy's kind of grabbing his head and arm, acting like he may want to throw a headlock. Minute and 4 seconds to go in the second period. 5-1 in this 160-pound match. Skytook is coached by T.J. Vaughn. I remember he's a heavyweight for Skytook back in 2000, 2001.
Is he a state champion?
I don't think so.
He
I don't
wrestled in
remember.
college, didn't he? Did he go
Coach,
somewhere?
I couldn't tell you. I just remember my heavyweight from Barnes. That was in Barnstall at that time. Scotty Owens wrestled him. They had some real knockdown, drag-out battles. But he was over at Pryor for a while. Did his student teaching at Collinsville. And somehow worked his way back to there. Josh is getting on the double leg. Got his head between the legs, though. That's you're blocking yourself, basically. You know, I don't know why but they're two-manning this. Did you see that? There's two
I know
officials
in the
out
junior
there.
high
And they
match.
look well. I think the one Greg Peak is the guy we use to get our officials. He's a local guy, and we like him, and he's kind of grown up with us. And this guy he's got out there has got to be his brother. Looks just like him.
He does, doesn't he?
And I think he may be training him. He said, "Hey,
Very
there's
well
a gold
could be.
mine in wrestling officiating."
You might explain in wrestling you have an option to use an assistant referee.
Yes.
It's an option.
In the state tournament, they two-man everything. And in the finals of most tournaments, they two-man. And what that means is there's one guy that calls the match, and then the other guy is the perimeter guy. He walks around, kind of watches the clock, looks for any illegal holds. Yeah, just helps out, you know. But over my years, I never thought that it helped that much. It's just another guy.
Maybe locked hands.
Another guy out there to aggravate me, you know. But I used to joke. I said I sat in the corner and called every match and never missed a call.
Never missed a call.
Never missed one. They missed a lot, but I got them all.
Yeah.
I got them all right. Josh is kind of flopping a little bit, and that's what happens when you flop.
He did
Quit
that.
Quit that. He's ended up on his back, and he's going to get pinned.
Yes.
He fought out of that. That was unnecessary.
That's inexperience right there.
Yeah.
Raising that elbow up there in the air like that. Reaching back.
Now it's 8-1. He's working on bonus. He gets one more turn. Josh is reaching back over that head. It's 8-2 now. These guys probably ran into one another out on the football field.
I bet they did.
Because that kid looks like he fill out a uniform pretty good out on the football field. See this guy right down there in the corner taking pictures?
Yes, sir.
He is, from what I understand, Bill Johnson's hired him. He takes pictures for the paper.
Good deal. We seen him
I
around.
saw him. Oh,
come on.
See, he blew that whistle a little bit early. That's the aggravating thing about the referees. Is that there was still wrestling left there. If he lets that go, we get a takedown. Yeah, in the last 7 seconds of the third period, looks like Josh Arnold's going to lose 8-2. Going to give 3 points to the Bulldogs.
Speaking of Bill Johnson, I don't see Ted Wright tonight. He's probably at the middle school, isn't he? Covering basketball.
And, they exchange pictures and things like that. They do a good job of working together. Okay.
39-9.
39-9 here. It looks like Corey Cash
and receive a
is
forfeit.
going to receive a forfeit. They had a kid, C.J. Miller. Let's see what they do. Looks like Rock Robbins is up against. Let's see who they put out there. Corey Cash made it 45-9, Coach.
At 182 for Collinsville, Rock Robbins for Skytooth, John Sanchez.
Skytooth's John Sanchez. And then the next weight, they got Bo Wood, who won the Jinx tournament. We're going to forfeit to him. So we're just 2 matches away from wrapping this thing up. Is it been an hour?
Pretty quick.
Coach in high school, when I was coaching at Bartlesville, we had a duel with Owasso one time. Lasted 27 minutes.
Oh, attaboy, Rock.
Rock whips him over. Guy shot in, and Rock just whips him over.
Rock is so strong in his
And
hips.
quick and athletic.
Look,
and there he is. There he is. Edge of the match.
Had a great year in football until he injured his ankle.
Hurt his ankle.
And, when he was a freshman, we all believed he was going to be pretty special. He went to a leadership camp at Air Force University of Air Force in Colorado Springs the summer before his freshman year. He was up there 7 or 8 days for a leadership camp, and he's just a leader, and it was a great honor. There was thousands of applicants, that are hundreds, I guess I should say, that applied to go to that leadership conference, and Rock was chosen. I believe there was a total of 1 per state was chosen to go, and Rock was our Oklahoma representative.
Well, he placed 3rd at the Gary tournament first week back of Christmas, and then last week I think ran into a little tougher time and placed 5th. Or 6th. What was last week?
He's young to be wrestling.
Yeah, 182 pounds for usually the bigger kid or the older kids are there.
Yes.
Hey, he was a junior high state champion last year too. So
yes.
that's And we got them all the way through our program. You know, Nate Kime is won some state championships. And there's kids down in those lower levels that win state championships. So, you know, the future of Collinsville wrestling looks bright. I don't know if we can continue to do what we're doing now, dominating. I mean, last year we were the best team in Oklahoma. Without a doubt, the best team, all classes.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of the song George Jones sings. Who's going to fill those shoes?
Yeah, well,
you know, as these kids graduate,
Well.
but it just keeps coming, and that's a tribute to our junior high and our elementary program. Again, we talked about it earlier, but those guys in our elementary program do an outstanding job of raising those kids in wrestling, and I got to tell a story, Coach. I don't live too far out of Skiatook. I come in here and get a haircut, and I was at the Skiatook barbershop one Saturday morning, and there was a guy in front of me getting his haircut, and he was bragging about Collinsville wrestling, and he was a resident here of Skiatook and went to school here in Skiatook, and he has moved his son, a 62-pounder, to Collinsville Elementary Wrestling Program. And he said it was simply because our coaches here do a wonderful job with the young kids.
Well, I like to hear that. But you know, going back to you fill the shoes things, I'm telling you, Will Stelson and Gary Wayne Harding are going to be some tough shoes to
Yes,
fill. I
they
mean,
are.
people don't know that, but this year they had the opportunity to do something no one in Oklahoma's done. Have two guys on one team the same year be four-time state champions.
How many four-time state champions?
Well, there's like 28, 30, something like that.
Are most of them in the smaller schools?
Todd Chesbro was a big school. The kid Tucker from Broken Arrow was a big school kid. I'm not going to say they're all in the. Tion Ware was a big school kid.
Was Kenny Monday a four-time? Or just a three-time? I saw he got recognized at the
Wasn't anything in
Tulsa Athletics Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Banquet the other night.
Coach, you know, was he a four-timer? I'll have to go home and look at one of my programs. But anyway, you know, Will is a three-time state champion, and Gary Wayne's a three-time state champion. Both of them are seniors now. Have an opportunity to be a four-timer. If they both completed that mission, it'd be the first time anyone or any two guys of the same team the same year did it.
Remarkable.
Which, and that's why I just hope that Will gets back and can give that a shot. Because it just would be a shame if his health, and he's kind of had a weird year. You know, he got sick before the season at that one tournament, and just came back and was just kind of getting into things. One Gary beat the what's the kid's name from Broken Arrow? Got a brother on the team, you know.
Harding or not? No. Golly.
Bailey. Leo Bailey's son. One of Leo Bailey's sons.
They're from Bixby, aren't they?
Well, yeah, they've been from Broken Arrow a long time. Yeah. Leo's from Bixby. None of them ever wrestled from Bixby. But he beat him, and that's a significant win in the finals of Gary. So he looked like he was back. Rock Robbins is kind of controlling this match. It's 4-1. He's just cruising right along. Not a lot of action in this match, but Rock's kind of controlling the tie-ups. They're on their feet right now. A minute to go in the third period. Rock's just staying in good position, not going to give up anything big, going to just take a win. And you got to do this sometimes. Sometimes the strategy is just control things and don't give up any points. Let the guy back in the match. The guy's in on a single leg right now, but Rock's doing a good job. He's controlling.
In there. after this match, 195, we're going to have a forfeit. We had Keenan Hamilton
Yeah, football.
earlier in the year, football player, and hurt his knee over the holidays, and I don't think Keenan's
He's not going to be back.
going to be back, and he's trying to pursue a football scholarship. He's going to go to Southwestern at Weatherford this weekend for a visit.
Well, I wish him luck. I hope something happens there. We've got a few kids that could go on and play somewhere at the next level, and we say that next level. There's lots of levels at the next level. So, Rock Robbins completes the 4-1 decision. Collinsville will pick up 3 more points, making the team score 48-9. And we're going to have a couple of forfeits here.
Bo Wooden will receive the forfeit.
Bo Wooden at 195 receives a forfeit, making it 15 for Sky
Which
2.
we hadn't been here an hour yet.
This is one of
Cody
those.
Evans will receive a forfeit.
Cody Evans for Sky 2 will receive a forfeit, giving them 21 points.
Collinsville, Jacob Douglas. For Sky 2, Cody Lurch.
Okay, Jake Douglas at 268 pounds is going to wrestle Cody Lurch at 214 pounds. So we'll see how this goes here. This Lurch must be a pretty good little wrestler. They wouldn't have given up all that weight. Must be the more experienced guy. Jake just coming off a 3rd place finish in the Bobcats Classic in Kansas City.
Teams from all over the country
Yes.
come to that thing.
Yes, and that's what Coach Harding said. I mean, early on, he was wanting to go to these tournaments, and we kind of said, you conquer Oklahoma, and then you kind of have an obligation to go out and represent Oklahoma.
He did that in a year.
He did that the first year, so we started going to these tournaments. I thought it may take a while, but no, he did that in the first year, and so, but he does a good job of seeking out the toughest competition. He doesn't run from anybody. Matter of fact, we call Broken Arrow, we call all those good bigger class schools. We want to wrestle them. We want to duel them. We're wrestling. This year we wrestled Sapulpa, we wrestled Sand Springs.
Well, we dominated Sapulpa.
Well, it's,
Now the Sand Springs
we do a
match
little
is next
different.
Tuesday night.
Next
right?
Tuesday night.
That's going to be a great match.
It's going to be senior night. We're going to honor our seniors, and they've got. I tell you what, Sand Springs has got it going on.
They're ranked in the top 5, are they?
Yeah.
In 6A?
Yeah, and they're young too. They remind me of us 3 years ago, and they've got a little guy, Derek Fix's son.
Yes.
Dayton Fix, who is a water moccasin.
Yes.
He beat Christian Moody in the finals of the KCI, which was right at the Christmas break.
Fix, he was an outstanding wrestler at OSU.
Yeah.
Him and his son, Coach, a few years back, did 1,000 push-ups in one setting.
I bet they can. Well, we get through that with 0-0 first period. Just a lot of, heavyweight's kind of a different sport. They you don't do a lot of double leggings and single legging riding like that. See, Jake
best part
chose
right
down. He got away.
There you go.
8 seconds, and he's up on his feet. Oh, winged his knee. I hope not.
Hyperextension.
No, he's fine. Jake's another one that kind of grew up and gained some confidence on the football field. He's starting offensive lineman. You can just see those guys, their confidence level. They get out and scrap and start participating at the varsity level. It just carries over.
Wrestling made Jake a better football player.
Yeah.
Because the leverage that he learned and how to use his hands.
48-21. A minute and 20 seconds to go in the second period. Collinsville Sky Tube Duel.
We've been
How long?
55 minutes.
55 minutes.
And we're getting paid by the hour, right?
Boy, oh boy.
Coach Myers back here, she said, yeah, we're getting paid by the hour.
Well, I'm telling you,
So we just get,
it,
we need to go into
it's not very
over
far.
an hour.
Well, once you get, we're on those union wages. Once you get that first 15 minutes in, it's an hour.
Oh, attaboy.
What did he shot in for
He
a
went-
single leg,
yeah.
kind of got flopped. You got to take your feet
gotta-
with you
you gotta
there. You'll end up kind of like
come
a
up.
beached whale, flat on your belly and wallering around, and they're on top of you.
So next Tuesday night,
Next Tuesday night,
5 o'clock.
senior night,
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, Sand Springs, and our seniors. Last home wrestling match for these seniors. Jake Douglas ahead 1-0 going into the third period. Cody Lurch from Skytube takes down. If he gets away, tie it up. But Jake's pretty heavy, and he's not bad at riding. Oh, he's using his quickness and athleticism. Grab that ankle. Keep your weight on him.
There you go.
Keep your weight on him. Jake does a good job.
Keep your hips in there.
He's
There
learning
you
to be,
go.
he's got him
Bar
flat
him
now.
up. Bar him up.
Jake is learning to be a good heavyweight. He understands girth and
Keep your hips
how to
in.
keep it on that guy. He's heavy right now, boys. Now, he may
Keep him on
weigh
the mat. Wrestle the
268, but with him on his toes and his weight, he's
Don't get too
got
high.
too high. Well, you ditch it that away, and then smashing. That's what he did. Ditch it off mat and then smash it. It's a technique in heavyweight wrestling. You got to do that. You've got to be able to use that upper body weight, and every chance you get, smash them if you can. Come on now, Jake. Come on now. Drop down there. Wrestle off the mat. A good job. Jake is doing a great job. He's moving, continuing to move and adjust well. I liked him when he had that boy flattened out and had all his weight on top of him. Pop him one time. Push him off the mat. Spiral him, spiral him.
There you go.
Good job. Good job.
Hook that leg. Get back there and hook that leg.
Use the mat. Use the mat.
Good wrestling.
He is. He's doing a
Good
good. Like I said, he's becoming an effective heavyweight wrestler.
I've seen Jack do an ankle pick right here. Prevent that stand up.
Boy, if he could suck him back when that
Yeah.
kid sets out. Oh,
There
he's
you
got
go.
him
Barred
flat
up,
now.
barred
Barred up. Keep his hips down.
Come on.
Oh, Jake's got him flattened out with all his weight on him. He's doing a heck of a job of
30
changing
seconds.
off. 30 seconds, 25 seconds to go right now. Jake, get your head up.
Hips.
Get your head back.
Hips back.
18 seconds
Bumping
to go,
pressure.
and Jake is really riding.
Good.
Outstanding. The kid's got one more shot, 14 seconds. Oh, he's going to call a cramp. No, he's going to get up. Good deal. That's a tactic some of them use sometimes.
The old timeout.
The old timeout. I'm tired. 14 seconds away from a ride out. Jake smashes him. Stands up. On his feet. Jake's locked up. Lift him. 7 seconds to go. One more of these little flurries, and Jake Douglas will have pulled out a 1-0 win. There's a lot of heavyweight.
hustle right there. I like seeing that.
Heavyweight wrestling matches
There
a
you
lot of
stay
times
right
1-0. Jake's got him. 2, 1.
Good
And it's
job.
over. Good
Congratulations.
job by Jake
Good job.
Douglas. 1-0. That's a heavyweight match right there.
51-21.
That right there.
Cardinals on top.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Cardinals win 51-21. We'll see you in person next Tuesday night, Cardinal Fieldhouse, to see us take on Sand Springs. This is Jim Riley and Tommy Redding saying, see you later.
Drive down Route 66 and see the Meltons.
Well, ain't that something?
It's here, where the entire Melton family changed the negative dealership drama.
Forever.
This is a showroom. Yep, that's a pool table.
These are the salespeople. Yep, there are none.
Unlocked cars? Yep, even on Sundays. Granddad paid off the building. Yep, we sell cars for fun.
Translation, car buying can be a negative experience, so we changed it. You're welcome.
Melton Sales on Route 66 in Claremore. Jump on it.